Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I thought I'm going to join the 31 days of tarot just because I don't have any creative energy to invent new subjects right now, and I started watching some of the videos and I thought it was so much fun as usual. So this is day one. I know I'm late, I'm going to probably squeeze a few days together, but this is the holiday goodies and what gifts and what new surprises the holidays brought me. So a lot of these gifts I got for myself. So this beautiful vintage Mary, she is quite big, so I'm just going to show her like that, but take a look at her face. And what's fascinating about her also, she's empty inside and she actually makes quite a cool noise, so I consider her my sounding Madonna. And I also won this one on the auction in one of the sale sites for very cheap because it was broken here, but I don't mind. It's also vintage, it was so cheap, and it's Madonna from Bano. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's in Belgium. So she comes from Belgium. So these two, but this one is huge. These two Madonnas, they were a gift to myself. And then the beautiful bowls, which was part of my birthday gift and part of the Christmas gift from my dear friend Victoria. So I love the bowls. I keep using them all the time. And then I wanted to show you a jewelry. So these pearls I received from my friend, and they're really cool. I rarely used to wear pearls. I never really wore pearls, but right now this one is apparently really special type of a pearl, and it's like this opalescent. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Obviously artificial lighting, unfortunately still dark in Europe here, but I really love wearing them and they feel so soft, and they come with all these different colors. So that's a girly part of the gifts. And then another goodie that I wanted to share is this more kind of I brought it from Amma. I visited Amma late November, and this was also with Sweetwater pearls and Rudraksha, and I found on the crystal fair those tiny little shells that had, they can be used as pendants. So there was another one that I bought. Aren't they cute? So I attached this one to the bottom of the pendant because it had things you could attach. One more thing here. So yeah, that's one of the other pearl necklaces that I got. And then my really Christmas goodie from my husband was this selfie stick for my phone, this BW BS3, and it's really cool because, can I make it a little bit off? Because you can actually use it as a tripod as well. So I used it mostly, and it also has Bluetooth here, but I mostly used it I wanted it mostly because of the tripod version, to record videos on Instagram, because I always had this shaky bits. So this it's you can use your phone in all these different aspects and modes, and this is really cool. And of course it can be also used as like a regular selfie stick with the Bluetooth, and I really like it. It's comfortable. It's a very basic type of tripod, so it's not very maybe solid, but it's enough for the phone, and it works perfectly fine for me. So that was great. And then maybe I'm going to put Mary here, and then I got two decks around the Christmas time, so I'm considering these two Christmas goodies. So one is the Tree Spirit Tarot, which was a deck sent for review by Laurel Virtuous Waters, and I have actually recorded an interview with Laura as well, which I'm excited to share with you very soon. I think I'm going to start the Inspired Tarot map at some point, maybe in February, at some point in February. And I'm going to do a review of this deck probably in the next video you see. Also, Nina from Shuffle Tarot has done a lot of reviews of this. I mean, a lot of reviews. She's done a review and a walkthrough of this deck, and also another deck that Laurel made, which is an oracle deck about chakras. So I know that this deck is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but do not sign it off straight away, because I did that. I signed it off at some point straight away. My friend Victoria sent me information about this deck, and I thought, nah, it's not my style. I don't like it, you know. I don't think I'm going to use it. Like, how do you read this, you know? It's basically kind of like, I thought, an oracle deck. But a few months have passed. Nina started showing this deck off. I was like intrigued, and then I really kind of thought, wow, I love trees. I love the kind of mix of oracle and tarot, which this deck to me is. I started reading what Laurel wrote about the trees here in the book, and I found her as a person also very inspiring, her story really inspiring. So I decided I really want to check this deck out, and it so happened that Laurel was very happy to send it for a review. But the deck itself, it's not very expensive. I think it's about $25 or something on Printer's Studio. So it's very affordable, and it's really well made. So again, you can probably chop off the borders. I was thinking about it, but then I got over it. I was speaking actually to Laurel as well, that it would be maybe advisable to, you know, maybe use a different font or make the names a little bit smaller. But to be honest, I got used to it. This one is really beautiful, that Maggie tree. And I love the keyword she used for tarot, you know. And maybe, yes, it's difficult otherwise to read it as, you know, a tarot deck if you just see the picture. But then you've got, you know, what it is in the card. She's changed the suits as well, but you also get the keyword, and the keywords work really well. And then the book is quite really beautifully written, very soulful. You can feel that she loves trees, you know, she loves trees. So this deck, a very cool goodie. And the next one that I would like to show is this Tarot of the Holy Light that also came for like birthday / Christmas goodie gift, and this came from my friend Victoria, and I have to say that I'm just really loving this book. I have mentioned it a few times before. It's one of the books that I definitely, you know, I'm not going to read it from A to Z, no way, but whenever I pull a card, I read about it. It's interesting. It's its own system. It has different associations to other decks that I know, but amazing tarot read. Another kind of holiday goodie was this Stories of Ancient Astrology from Karni Tzor. Karni is my friend from Israel, and she wrote this book on different stories, on different backdrop of how people used to use astrology and how they used to connect with the celestial happenings, with the stars, and what cultures around the globe were using astrology, how they were using it. And it's not a dry read, so it's beautiful research. It's beautifully researched, but also it's not, you know, just the dry information. She actually puts it as, you know, they are stories. So she's a great storyteller, and I also have recorded interview with Karni, and I think it's going to be amazing, guys. You're going to really like it. So this Stories of Ancient Astrology from Karni Tzor. And two more things. One is, again, a gift from my friend, and this is the Abyssal Tarot. So It's a very unique deck. I'm also going to do a review of this deck in the near future, and it's quite how would we call this deck? It's a very it's kind of dreamy deck. It's sensual, even sexual. So if you were to look for a deck to, you know, it's quite intense also. So if you may be under 18, then just beware. But there is just nudity, but also this sensual kind of postures, but very poetic. You can't really make out what's happening properly, but it's very haunting as well, provocative, and all the pictures were taken underwater, so it's quite an interesting deck. How are the colors? Oh, this Nine of Pentacles, seriously, it's like takes my breath away how beautiful these colors are. So this deck with different backs, different elements, it is a very unique deck, and I would love to, you know, do a proper review of this deck. And then the last thing that I got for myself was the second-hand book, The Myth of the Goddess, by Anne Baring and Jules Cashford, Evolution of an Image. And I specifically got it because it has a lot of information on Mary and all Eve, and, you know, all the different goddess lineage. So it seems like a great book, and I saw Rose from Dance of the Soul Tarot showing this book before, and I think it's really quite an interesting reference book if you want to, you know, go deeper into the goddess culture. So these are the goodies. I hope you enjoyed it. Not too long. I think the next few videos I'm going to squeeze a few of those together, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.